Waiters tomorrow. I don't know about Jamal Crawford or other players like that, but for sure they're working on Deion Waiters. So now that we got that housekeeping out of the way, onto the game. The Lakers beat the Pelicans in it felt very playoff vibey. The Pelicans trying to fight for their playoff position. It is getting into March. They're trying to get into that playoff mode, even though they're the one seed. They can't be, cruising, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. You don't really get into a rhythm that way. So this was a nice statement win by them. 122-114. And this isn't very good for the Pelicans as they try to fight for their playoff lives. With Kuzma, it felt like, or with AD out, the Lakers were going smaller, starting with Kyle Kuzma. This was going to be a struggle for them, and it was all day of them trying to defend Zion in the post, and this was what was all about. Dwight had an issue, JaVale had an issue. This was definitely a lot different Zion than what we saw him the first time, when Danny Green was guarding him well in the post, and Caruso guarded him at one point. Now, it drew a foul, and he made one or two free throws, so Caruso did his job, but, it was stuff like that where it's like, oh, this is definitely different than the last time. Not at any point saying that I thought the first time I saw Zion, I would have thought, oh, cakewalk. But he definitely rose up a level for sure. And with that being said, LeBron had to go up a level too. With Zion playing well, LeBron had to play well. And he also had to play well with the fact that AD was out. And I think LeBron would have played well if AD was playing, to begin with. But it put on more effect for that matter. Brandon Ingram, man, he played well out the gate. He scored 3 straight possessions for the Pelicans, leading into 7 points, an and one, and 2 driving layups. You're like, wow, holy cow. He was just pretty sensational in this whole game. And then early in the game, Dwight was effective with rebounds and tip-ins, and he was just effective from that area. He started to get a little discouraged, having fouls go against him from time to time. But then he started getting back into his mode. But, there's nothing when you can do when someone's, 312 pounds, allegedly, coming at you. And you're just, with a slim down Dwight, albeit, if this was probably Orlando Dwight, a lot bigger, maybe he would stood up a little bit more. But it's just like, oh my gosh, Zion's like a Greek god. There's nothing you can do there. So that's, what really stood out to me as well. And then I also put down, more emphasis on another note I put down. Zion is getting whatever he wants for the most part, which was pretty much true. He had a career high 35 points. That's pretty much whatever he wants. Lakers are still having issues with defensive rebounds. That was also true. Also with the fact that AD was out, so that's also going to hurt your defensive rebounding total if AD's out. But at halftime, the Lakers still led with all those issues. I got Zion and Lonzo was playing well, bringing the ball up the court, and Ingram and Zion were still up by 2. LeBron James was their leading scorer at 19 points, and Zion obviously was 17. Then we go into the second half. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was making popcorn, and I didn't get back into fully embracing and watching it with 7 minutes left in the third. But I did watch before, the popcorn really had to be stirred and popped because it's a stovetop, that they started off the second half strong. I believe they were up by 9 at one point. But then, when I got a little situated back, the Pelicans then went on a 9-0 run of their own to bring it to 78-78 in the third. And they went on another run, 8-0 run in the third. So then the 2 straight runs by the Pelicans back-to-back. And then Quinn Cook, I did notice Quinn Cook was getting a little bit more minutes in the fourth quarter due to Alex Caruso not playing today because of an injury. Those minutes that were originally by Caruso playing late in the fourth are now being given by Quinn Cook, and he was making threes as of late in the fourth quarter. I feel like this was most Laker wins are a team effort. I know that sounds cheesy and corny. Oh, it's a team effort. It's a team win. Markieff Morris was getting back into his own. He had some nice threes. KCP did some nice things. He scored 11 points. Kyle Kuzma had in the starting role. He had 20 points. So there was a nice. It wasn't just LeBron James and a whole bunch of nothing. With LeBron James out with 5:30, I thought it was pretty funny. With 5:30 out, I was like, this is where the Lakers have to continue to score with LeBron James out with this 5:30 left and he's out. Well, this TV timeout, and then after the TV timeout, LeBron James is back in. So there's not really a whole time where the Lakers had to fend without LeBron in this later stages of the fourth, because I don't blame Frank Vogel. You don't want to risk this opportunity of LeBron playing so hot and taking him out for 2 minutes, and it's like, oh, when the Lakers are now on by 6 with 3 minutes to go, it's like, oh crap, go in LeBron, take out the fire. So I commend Frank for being smart in doing that. There was a very clutch 3 late in the game, 2:20 left in the game. Zion was on him, played very well defensively on this play, but he just made a little step back, a little jab step, shot it. It was in, nothing but net, and the little strut, little walk. I don't blame him. It was a very clutch shot. People kind of give LeBron grief because he sure was a lot, but with a shot like that, I don't have an issue with, because it was a very important shot in the game. Pelicans, then I wrote down, slowly starting to fall apart, down 6 with 1:26 left to go, and that's what they started to do, with the final score yet again, 122-114, leading score for the Lakers, LeBron James at 34, the Pelicans with Zion at 35. So, obviously my player of the game, it's obvious. LeBron James, 34 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals. Pretty obvious. I don't think there's anything shocking about that at all. I guess if you wanted me to give you like an honorable mention, I would say Kyle Kuzma with 20 points in the starting role. That just shows you that he can do these things when asked to be given into a bigger role. 20 points. So I did like seeing that out of him, but that's just honorable mention. All right. Now we're going into the preview stage as we preview this Sixers game. Just tough road sledding for the Sixers as they're now down 2 stars. At one point it was just Simmons. Now it's Joel and Simmons. It's one thing to ask a team like, whether it's the Lakers or the Clippers or what have you, to be down on Paul George or LeBron or AD at just 1. Now to be down 2 stars like a Joel and a Simmons, that's very tough to ask. And the Sixers hung tough today when they played the Clippers in LA. Shaq Melton, Ben Simmons' backup, had, I believe, 34 points. Wasn't enough, obviously, as they took the loss. They just haven't been good on the road. Even when they had Joel and Simmons, they have not been good at home or on the road at all. They are historically great at home this year. I believe they have 2 losses at home all year. They feed off that home crowd. They are 9-22 on the road, which is not good. Great at home, terrible on the road. So I do not think that's going to improve with all their injuries. That's just one of the way that's just how it goes. Look at the Lakers. They were in the 4th seed position going into Christmas last year, and LeBron James sort of popped in his groin, and that was it. They started free falling, and that's all she wrote. And LeBron James tried to return a little bit too early, and that was it. So I do kind of feel for him, but that is the nature of the business at times. Nature of the business at times. So that's all you gotta say, and hopefully they can get better and figure it out. But they are a playoff team, so you just gotta take them seriously because they can score even though they don't have Simmons or Embiid. So that is episode 7, the JaVale McGee episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you for episode 8, the Kobe Bryant R.I.P. Episode. How fitting, his hometown, Philly. I will see you then after Sixers Lakers. Take care.